You want to look good in your underwear and be comfortable, right? But that perfect balance is hard to find. Don't sacrifice style or comfort. Check out MeUndies. August is National Underwear Month, and to celebrate, MeUndies is making it easier than ever to try the world's most comfortable underwear by giving you a risk-free guarantee. All National Underwear Month long. If you don't love your MeUndies, they're free. MeUndies are made from Lensing Micromodal, a sustainably sourced, naturally soft fabric that's proven to be 3 times softer than cotton. Micromodal is an all-natural, breathable, eco-friendly fabric extruded from Austrian beech trees that actually inhibits odor. No stinky undies, just soft, cool, and cozy MeUndies. MeUndies are the ultimate feel-good undies for when you want to feel naked, but not actually be naked. All National Underwear Month long, you can feel them for yourself, risk-free. It's simple. If you don't love your MeUndies, they're free. Now until August 31st, get 20% off your first pair, plus free shipping at MeUndies.com/blogtalk. That's MeUndies.com/blogtalk. MeUndies.com/blogtalk.
Welcome to No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, and welcome. You know, I used to be called the Big Game Hunter because I hunted down leaders and staff for organizations. I did it for more than 40 years, and now I help people play their life game big. And this is a show today about informational interviews, and I offer a few ideas for how to use them more effectively. Because one thing I do know is I've got to help you get out of your comfort zone, because that's what's killing you in your search. Or if it's not killing you, it's leaving you as being average. And it's hard for people to tell the difference between you and all the others that they interview. Hope you find this show helpful. Please give it 5 stars on whatever podcast service you listen to it on. And it's Saturday, so let's just get going already, okay? And I wanted to talk with you today about informational interviews. And I know you know the part about they're not about asking for jobs. However, they are about building relationships. And I want to start by talking with you about a couple of simple approaches to them. Now, here's one, and it's such a simple thing. If you're going to be reaching out to someone to introduce you to someone on LinkedIn, for example, or elsewhere, give them an idea of the questions you want to just be asking this person. For example, someone emails me or messages me and says, could you introduce me to so-and-so? I'd like to do an informational interview, or I'd like to pick their brain about something. Well, I don't know if that's going to be a worthwhile use of someone's time, but if you say to me, I'd like to talk with them about not finding a job, but I'd like to talk with them about how their field is developing, how they got to their firm, where they see trends are, stuff along those lines that's not, shall we say, an abusive use of time. I'm very happy to provide an introduction, and I could forward those questions to this person at the time I reach out to them. I think on LinkedIn in particular, that's a great approach, but it works outside of LinkedIn in the offline world as well. So that's one thing. Number 2 is, after you meet with someone, instead of the email thank you note, take the time to actually write a thank you note. Handwrite it, assuming your handwriting is good, of course. And if it isn't, be careful with your writing in order to ensure that you communicate clearly. But the handwritten quality to this is a nice touch. Now, I don't believe in doing that after a real interview because time is more of the essence and you don't have time to mail it before they make a decision. But since you're not applying for a job per se, what you're doing is picking someone's brain and opening dialogue with them that hopefully over time can develop a relationship where they feel comfortable referring you, where they may feel comfortable hiring you or talking with you about being hired. It's a relationship building tool. Time is not of the essence, and thus a handwritten card is a nicer touch. Third thing, Sometimes when you're in an informational interview, you want to create the circumstances for reciprocity. And I think this is a big strategy that people really neglect because they think it's all about me, what I need. And they forget to say things like, is there anything I could be helping you with? I don't know if you've seen my background or not, but this is what I do. And thus it opens up the possibility where they pick your brain for ideas. Now here's a fun approach. If there's something that you're asked about that you don't really know, instead of just simply saying, that's not my turf, I don't really know, circle back after you've done the research, after you've taken the time to think, and let this person see what you've researched and found out for them. Give them something back, even if you take more time than they did. Why? Do you think it's impressive? Especially if the quality of what you've done is good? Do you think you create an impression? That's really what you're trying to do in all of this, is to create an impression with someone and receive information. So it's a two-way street here, and you want to take advantage of the opportunity. So even if their first question or their fifth question is something that you don't know, go back to them afterwards. Do the homework, find out, dig deep, put in effort, give it back to them and say, I was thinking about our conversation and I know I came up blank on your questions about such and such, but I did a little bit of homework and this is what I found. Now, you could also do this on a real job interview as well, but normally it's not enough to get over the hump and get brought back into consideration. In informational interviews, since you're not being evaluated for a job, you create the impression of tenacity and perseverance and effort, which so few people demonstrate these days. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few ways to connect with me. First of all, if you're interested in one-to-one coaching from me, email me at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. In the subject line, put the word coaching. This way I know what it's about. I can get back in touch with you. We'll figure out a time to speak for an introductory conversation so that I learn what your needs are and you can figure out if I'm the right person to help you. Generally, I work with people at a manager level and above, but I do make exceptions from time to time. If you're not at that level and want advice from me, the best way is through JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. There I have curated information that I've developed and others have as well that you can watch, listen to, or read that's going to help you find work more quickly. Again, you can ask me questions through the site. I'd be very happy to answer your questions. I look forward to helping you in either of those two ways. And if we're not connected on LinkedIn, send a connection request to me at linkedin.com/IN/TheBigGameHunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love hearing from fans, from listeners who have been helped by the show. And like me on Facebook. The page is facebook.com/NoBSCoachingAdvice.com, or look for Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter there. Give me 5 stars, a great review. It helps other people discover the show. And I'll be back tomorrow with more. In the meantime, have a great day. Take care.
Old Navy's Saturday Steal is back with the season's biggest one-day deal. 50% off all jeans, plus kids' tees, and girls' tanks and leggings for just $3. One day only, today at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 8/5, excludes clearance jeans. $3 deal, select styles only. Old Navy's Saturday Steal is back with the season's biggest one-day deal. 50% off all jeans, plus kids' tees, and girls' tanks and leggings for just $3. One day only, today at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 8/5, excludes clearance jeans. $3 deal, select styles only.